Okay, so the main event comes on. Now, were you home at the main event? Did you make it home to watch
Got home to watch the very end of the whole little countdown, the pre-roll where it hypes up the fight.
All right. So you can chime in whenever you want here.
Yeah, I'm excited about this.
So the pre-roll happens. Obviously, it's always going to be hyped up. It's fucking awesome. They got them talking shit. They're getting after it. The first one, the way Conor came out the first one, treating him like a little girl, beat the shit out of him, obviously. And then the second one got in his head. Poirier came out like a madman. But Conor was he was a nice guy, right? And I think Brandon Schaub, shout out the fighter and the kid, shout out everything Schaub does on Showtime, everything. He had a good point. He goes, if Conor is like the arrogant Conor, bet on Conor. If he's a nice guy, bet on Poirier. That was his like point.
That was what he said going into the second fight? That's what he said
going into the third fight.
Okay.
This fight right here.
Okay.
Maybe not verbatim, but anyway, Conor comes out and he's got the most legit intro song ever, dude. Do we have that? Do we have the thing? Like, I don't even know what it is.
Are we allowed to play it?
We're probably not allowed to play it. We'll definitely
the entire arena is fucking hype when Conor comes. It's awesome. The energy that happens in the UFC when Conor comes out for a fight,
legit,
is incredible. Like just knowing that Conor's about to fight again, the build up for it, what he brings to the sport is just unreal. Outstanding work. So Conor comes out. Obviously, he's the first one to come out because he's the underdog versus Poirier. Comes out like a madman, going after. Oh, I thought he was gonna.
And I was like, oh.
It's over.
This shit's over. And once again, I was over 3 in this shit, right?
Yeah. I was like, Blas, have my lattes ready, dude.
Yeah. Conor comes out like a madman, looks good, feeling himself. I said it right before. I was like, hit the walk, baby, and he hits the strut. And I'm like, it's over, boy.
Look at him, fucking pissed.
Look at him, staring into the camera. And I don't think this is fake. I think he was ready.
Oh, he was ready to fucking go. They had some bad blood. Do you understand where the bad blood came from? Like why they hated each other so much?
Well, I know the first one, it was disrespectful, and the second one, he was super nice, but the third one he was talking about, and Poirier brought this up, and I'd like to talk about it after we talked about the fight, but he's talking about he's going to kill him. And Poirier had a big fucking issue with that.
Well, he did, but the big reason the feud started, like before the buildup of the fight, in the second fight, Conor was they had a bet, right? That whoever won, the loser, would pay $500,000 to its charity, right?
McGregor just straight out said, because they were going to do an exhibition first and not do like a UFC card. And then Dana made the card happen. Conor was like, I'll still give money to your charity. I'll give you $500K. And then after the fight,
was that dependent if they won or lost?
No, it was just...
It's just I'll donate $500,000 to your charity. So the fight happens. Poirier, he's on the UFC Countdown talking about it, saying like Conor's team was extremely responsive. Every day they're getting back and forth to each other. Like within the hour, his team was great. Mm-hmm. Then the fight happens. They get the wiring information, all that kind of stuff. The fight happens. Poirier wins. They don't hear from Conor's team. They go ghost on him.
Yeah.
And Conor never donates the $500,000. Conor posts a thing saying the fight gets done again. I promise you I'm going to... win this time. It was something like that. And Poirier, this is on Instagram, Poirier comments, yeah, you also promised you'd give $500,000 to my charity, but you didn't do that. And then it just like pissed Conor off, talking about you're slandering my name, blah, blah. Conor ends up donating $500,000 to like the Boys and Girls Club, not actually Poirier's charity.
Because he's in
Lafayette.
No. Where he's building houses.
Oh,
him and Pacquiao, where they're building houses.
Yeah, they're building houses, fresh water, and everything. They have a really great cause. It's kind of like what Waterboy, Chris Long is doing with Water Boys.
Right. But this is all after the fact. Conor finally donates, but it's not even to his charity. But it pisses Conor off. Conor talking about, you're mistaking his kindness for weakness. And that's when Conor started to lose his mind and basically have fuel to like get himself ready for this fight.
Right.
But that's why they got pissed at each other.
Well, good. Because I love that. It makes for great TV, right? These two get in the ring. People are feeling Conor. They're all about it. My favorite part of the whole fight before the fight actually started was when Poirier gets in and he starts to do his circle around. Conor stopped that shit right then and there.
Yeah.
He started to come near his thing and he got in his face right away. I got hype about that.
Yeah.
And so now the room at my house, the room is now split. 5 people on the Conor side, 4 people on the Poirier side.
About the fight.
No, we're watching it from our own corners. Yeah. I guess we would have fought him too.
Just staring at the other side.
We're hyped up about it. The fight starts out like the first fight started out, right? Like he comes out with the spinning kick, tries to kick 3 times, and they're doing well. Like Conor's doing a good job. Seems like they're throwing things back and forth. Then the whole wrestling thing happens, and obviously this is where anything I talk about is going to be a load of shit because I have no idea what I'm talking about. They start getting into it. Obviously, it didn't work out for Conor. They get up. Conor steps back after missing a punch. breaks his tib. Game, set, match. It's over.
Was it his tib that he broke?
That's what he said. I saw his Instagram this morning. That's what it said.
Fuck, man. Yeah.
But
the way it started, like I was like, oh, he's walking him back. Like, you know, he's going to outstrike him. But then Poirier ends up banging with him. And then that's when they get against the cage and Conor like immediately goes for the guillotine, which listening to people saying like, you know, why would you immediately do that? Especially like everything Conor says about fighting. It's like whoever tries to grapple first is like a pussy and stand and bang. Shit? Yeah, for sure.
Damn, son. Go ahead, boss. I see you grabbing that mic. What the fuck you guys saying?
I was just going to double down on what JP was saying. He just said he only counts KOs, so why are you trying to submit?
I get it, boss. Yeah.
What do we do now?
It's funny too because he says it and he's just so straight faced, like he just dropped a bomb on us.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And then
that's a gust of wind to me. Like, oh, all right, and it's over now. You know,
Boss just moves the fucking mic.
Moves it away.
Yeah,
that's all I had to say. Conor goes down, breaks the tib. The thing that's impressive is this part after he breaks his leg. That fucker's dangling and he's just pounding the shit out of him for the next 6 seconds while it goes in the second round. How do you like? That's some tough shit to do that.
Yeah, I mean, you got to imagine your adrenaline's fucking going.
Yeah.
And he's probably just thinking, like, right, I mean, he already knew. When he went down and then the period ended, I was like, this motherfucker better, like, I think this is a rolled ankle. That was my initial thought. Like, he better get the fuck up, dude. And then I realized he broke it. I was like, oh, shit, yeah, that shit is bad. Now,
I don't think Poirier's even happy with the fight, the way he, like...
Well, he wanted to knock him out.
Yeah, but, like, you win, you win. I know, you see that shit?
Yeah.
You win. Like, if I was Poirier, I'd be hyped. It doesn't matter. Like, you lost.
Yeah.
You know? He says he checked a kick. I don't know what checking a kick means. What does that mean when you check a kick?
Yeah, he's like,
he blocked the kick, and that's what he thinks gave him a fracture, and that's what happened.
Because Conor was throwing some strong-ass kicks. I mean, Conor was looking good striking. He checked that kick and hit basically his foot, right? The lower, they talk about you want your shin to connect with the leg. And Conor was throwing, he connected with his foot on his knee. And listening to
you see
like...
the fight, you see Poirier points down
Poirier points. He said the reason he points, like the fighters after who were talking and commentating were saying like, when you're in like a training camp and you get a kick checked, like that and you land kind of weird, like you could stop throwing kicks for like the next 3 days because it makes your foot that sore.
Really?
Yeah. So he was saying like he checked the kick really well and they think he could have potentially like micro fractured his foot or his ankle during that time, which caused the ultimate break.
Now I'm not a doctor, so I don't know one way or the other. But a tib, like one of the guys after the UFC was talking about how there's a lot of blood circulation to the ankle, which is true.
Yeah.
It's not like a meniscus tear where it's like good luck getting that fixed, right? Like when there's so much blood flow down there, that's an easy thing to fix. Blood flow is what fixes breaks, injuries, and stuff like that. Getting that fluid in and out.
You think he's coming back?
I think he's going to come back. I don't know if I don't know the first thing about fighting, so I don't know if he's going to be like the Conor. He's getting older. How old is he? 32 now? 33? And I know.
God damn it, boss.
He's a stalker, dude.
Yeah, just that 33 on Wednesday.
I like 33 is not that old because there's guys that are like 38 fighting, but it's like, you know, how when you stepped away from the game for as long as he did, I think it was after the second Diaz fight. Yeah, he like fought one more time. He kind of retired.
Yeah, somebody hit him with the question on the media day when they had the press conference saying you haven't won a fight since Barack Obama was president. I was like, oh my god,
isn't that crazy?
Yeah, I hate it. Like. We watch all those videos like the law of attraction shit, the motivational shit behind all Conor, which hypes you up. And it's like you just want him to be that Conor, because it just makes like the sport better. It just makes a lot of shit better.
I think regardless what happens to Conor after this, like you're always going to appreciate what he did for the sport, right? He made the sport huge. He became a huge celebrity. I hope he comes back. I hope it'll be a hell of a story. Yeah, it'd be unbelievable. But I don't think he's going to fight Poirier next. I think he's got to go in.
He shouldn't. Fight somebody else. What they were saying,
Chandler.
What they were saying is like, okay, he's fought like top 5 guys the last couple times and lost. Like he'll have to come back and fight somebody maybe outside the top 5 just to get shit going. Because the only fight he's won is against Cowboy Cerrone, right? Yeah. And he was like over the hill. I mean, he's Cowboy Cerrone was like he's on his way down. Is he done now? He's retired now, isn't he? Cowboy?
I don't think he's officially now.
Not officially retired, but yeah. He's old as shit.
88 and out the gate.
It was kind of like a tune-up fight for Conor to go into when he fought Poirier the second time. But yeah, it's gonna be tough, man. I'm curious because that's obviously like his fucking kicking. That's like his dominant kicking leg, right?
Yeah.
Like, and he's gonna have to throw that thing again. You know
You
what
put
I mean?
a plate in that thing. It's stronger than Bionic Man now.
True. I'll
Metal's
be
stronger than
interested.
bone.
I think he can. I just think
Why
like
not?
for him to do it, he'll have to obviously go to that. You know, he'll have to go to a place that he was like at one point in time, because obviously, whatever he's been doing, it hasn't.
Hasn't been working out.
Yeah,
for
it
him.
hasn't worked
But
out.
I don't. Who's to say that the fight doesn't go in a different direction if he doesn't break his leg?
That's what I think, dude.
You know what I'm saying? Like it could have gone either way, Bloss. But
I know everyone says that the longer it goes outside of the first round, the more it favors Poirier and stuff. But taking all those blows and, you know, getting ground and pounded like he was, obviously he was getting tired. But standing up and trying to swing and strike at the end of the round just to show that you still have life left, like you're not fucking backing down.
Yeah.
Like I thought it was going to make for an exciting second round. Like he's going to go back, he's going to regroup, he's going to fucking nasal breathe, and I think he was going to get it back right. That's what I think.
What do you think? What do you think about the post game interview? The post match interview.
I like Poirier's. I didn't like Conor's, but I also thought I think
liked Poirier's.
Yeah, I like Poirier's. I mean, he finished off talking about all the charitable stuff. He kind of just rubbed the salt in on everything.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I to me, Poirier should have picked one, because he started off being like, "Hey, listen, it's at the end of the day, it's a fight. I hope he gets home to his family nice and healthy." And then it's like pans over to Conor talking shit, and then Joe asked him a question. He was like, "You guys are fucking scumbag." Blah 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 blah. It's like, hey, listen.
True, but emotions are so high. Emotions are so high.
No question. That's why it's like, you know, I understand Joe did the interview because it's UFC. You can do whatever you want. Like, but you have adrenaline rush and you just broke your leg. I bet in Conor's head, he's panicking like everything is slipping on my fingers.
Right. Like,
so he's trying to spark something. And then, have you seen the picture of the wife fucking giving him the bird?
Flipping him off? Is your wife is in my DMs?
Yeah.
In me DMs.
And it's like no, she's not.
Like, what are you reaching for, bro?
No, she's not.
Yo,
Yeah,
in those
like
DMs,
Conor's.
do you think the DM's real? Or you think it's like photoshopped?
What real? There's one that came out?
Yeah, that was another thing. Like before the fight happened, Conor posted a screenshot of Poirier's wife DMing him.
What'd she say?
He didn't show it. He just showed the whole block accept decline thing, so he didn't show what was in it. But he just showed a screenshot, which he tried using for the fight, before the fight to fuel more fire. Like obviously built for a great fight. And then afterwards, your wife is in me DMs, like, you know, trying to still build it up. I'm wanting to know, like, you know, obviously, like, okay, there's a couple options if you're Poirier, right? You could be like, who gives a fuck? My wife saw it, like, I don't need to explain myself. Like Conor said, I'm not in the business of explaining myself. And just kind of leave it to be what it is. But also, like, this dude out here just trying to, like, slander your wife's name and stuff. You could just be like, oh, this DM wasn't shit. Like, here's what it said.
The thing I didn't like that I thought was kind of ridiculous by Poirier, and this is really sound. I'm like, I sound like I'm not a Poirier fan. I am a Poirier fan. I'm just like a bigger Conor fan, I guess. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to like. Poirier is more than welcome to come on the bus. Love to have him. Love to hear his thought process and the whole thing. But like, I don't think he was kind of wishy-washy the whole time in the post interview. The post interview in the octagon, out of the octagon, and the whole thing about Conor's gonna kill me and that's a thing you can't talk about. It's like, I get told I'm gonna get, no joke, I've been told someone's gonna shoot me or murder me in a football game more than a dozen times.
Really?
Oh, 100%.
Jesus
You
Christ.
start talking shit, and it's like things you start getting into it with someone, and they go, I'm gonna fucking kill you. It's like, no, you're not. And then you see Aaron Hernandez shit, you're like, well, oh shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that's not like, that's just, sometimes just people just saying
They
shit.
said Conor's still sitting on the ground doing this, gun to his head, pulling the
Like,
trigger.
but is he gonna do that? No, the fuck he's not gonna do that.
Right.
So
I understand what
are you
you're
so
saying.
mad about the whole, like, I'm gonna kill you, like, that's so disrespectful. Like, you guys have been going back and forth for several years now. Like, what do you mean? I don't know. To me, it's like,
It's the fight game. Like,
it's
there's
a fight
obviously
game.
like,
There's a tactical match to it. Mental's obviously a huge thing. Telling somebody you're gonna kill them, and I guess is a big deal to some people. To me, I'm like, well, he's not gonna actually kill you. Now, Poirier gets killed in the next 6 months. It's like,
then you know where you know what happens.
But it's
I thought he dropped the most banger quote of them all, though.
Who, Poirier or Conor?
Yeah, Poirier.
Conor fast, Conor sleep.
No, at the post interview where he said, "Karma isn't a bitch, she's a mirror."
Yeah, that was a good little
He kind
deal.
of said that, and it's like, I mean, you reap what you sow, and kind of sitting there, kind of, it all built up, and
Yeah, no doubt.
because they're asking him like, you know, do you feel good about this win? Obviously, he would have liked to have. He said finish him off properly.
Proper two.
Yeah, it sucked, man. I thought he obviously won the first round big time.
He won the first round.
Yo, did you see This just came in my head. Did you see that Tim Grover tweet? Yeah. Can you bring that up? I hope you guys like this clip. If you want to continue to be for the boys, you need to like this video, subscribe to the channel, share with a friend, and check out our playlist. We have all the links right here on the screen. As always, biggest of hugs and tiniest of kisses. Also, go check out the full episodes, but always for the boys.